Hi everyone, Jordan Abney here, BC School Sports Executive Director with your December video update. We'll keep this one brief as we know it's a very busy time of year for everyone involved in school sport. We'll start off by saying congratulations to all our fall championship winners. There was some great competition across the province. Thank you to all our provincial hosts, and again, congratulations to all the teams that qualified and end up winning a provincial championship banner. As we move into the winter season, that season of play is now started. So we are seeing lots of results and competition being played, which is great. A couple reminders for athletic directors. The team registration deadline. So this is the deadline that requires you to declare a team, list your coach, and have the minimum numbers. So for basketball, that's 7. For other sports, it varies by sport, but you need to have your team declared, your coach listed, and minimum numbers met. The deadline for that is next Wednesday, which is December 19th. Again, that's the team registration deadline, December 19th. The roster registration deadline, which is the final day to add student athletes to your roster. So that's when the rosters get locked down. That's not until January 23rd. So you have a couple weeks after you come back from the Christmas break to make sure your rosters are in order. But we recommend you write down that date, put some reminders in your calendar, or if you have the time during the lead up to Christmas, then certainly get those rosters done ahead of time, because we certainly don't want to be finding schools when that deadline comes and goes. So again, team registration deadline, December 19th. Roster registration deadline, January 23rd. In terms of the BC School Sports Office, we will be open normal operating hours right through to December 21st, being the last day. We will be closed generally in alignment with the school break and through just January 6th. We will be back open on Monday, January 7th when schools reopen. So we encourage you that if you have questions or eligibility submissions, to get them in the next couple of days so they can be dealt with ahead of the Christmas break, as the office will be closed over the Christmas break. We had one response to our call out for some topics of these videos. We received an inquiry asking for some clarification or the differences between what's a sort of a recognized BC School Sports Provincial Championship versus a junior championship or other championship. And it's a great question, as we get that quite a lot. So I'll just spend a quick minute explaining some of the differences. So we have 19 sports at BC School Sports. We recognize the senior championships, and with the varying tiers, we offer 67 official BC School Sports championships. So that's, again, by tier, by gender, whatever that may be. There's 67 of those that are official championships. We do know that in some sports, lower levels, whether it be junior, grade 9, and in a couple cases, grade 8, also have what they call provincial championships. These are not recognized provincial championships by the BC School Sports membership. These are essentially sort of year-end invitational tournaments that are hosted by a school, a group of schools, and sometimes even facilitated by a sport commission. So there's a little bit of confusion between sort of sanctioning and so forth. Sanctioning is a term that really isn't applied just to BC School Sports Championships. All high school sport contests between member schools in any of our sports are sanctioned. So there's a blanket sanctioning that happens by being a member, that you as a member school, whenever you're playing another member school in one of our sports, whether it's grade 8, grade 9, grade junior, senior, those games are officially sanctioned. If you're playing a school from outside the province, whether it be Washington, Alberta, or so forth, that's where you have to get additional sanctioning to make sure that it's high school groups playing each other. So that's where the sanctioning comes in. So we don't really apply the word sanctioning to championships. There's recognized championships; those are the 67 official BC School Sports Championships, and then there's the other events that call themselves provincial championships, and really those are individually held year-end invitational tournaments. There's no affiliation with BC School Sports directly, other than the fact that those games, as an extension of being member schools still playing one of our recognized sports, are sanctioned games themselves, just as any regular season or exhibition game would be. But there's no official affiliation or recognition with those junior or lower level events. So really, you can think of them as sort of a year-end invitational. I know some of them have quite good processes that include teams from all over the province. Some are very localized. It's very different from sport to sport and level to level. But again, BC School Sports Senior Level Championships, the 67 events that we have, those are the membership approved championships, and the rest are invitational events that sort of bring various parts of the province together at the end of the season. So hopefully that provides some clarification on the difference between sort of sanctioning, which is a blanket sort of statement that goes to two schools that can play each other at any time, versus recognized championships. And again, thank you for the question, and if you have any other topics that you think would be helpful to get clarification on, please let our office know and we'll be happy to address those. Couple other quick reminders. Awards and scholarships. If you're an athletic director or administrator, make sure that your athletics team, as well as perhaps your counselors in the school, are aware of the awards and scholarships, the scholarships specifically. All that information for this year's scholarships is now posted on our website. You can go there to find the criteria, the submission forms, etc. Awards. We have been really trying to add some more value to our awards lately. We have some very important awards. If you are a principal or athletic director, there's things like Coach of the Year, our Honor Award or Merit Award, really prestigious awards. Consider nominating somebody who's deserving from your school or school district. That would be a good recipient. We had a good response last year and had some very deserving winners that we recognized, and we'd like to keep that going. So take a look at our website. You can see both from the student side, the scholarships, as well as from the award side, and put a nomination in for a deserving candidate. A couple little other things. BC School Sports AGM. We sent out an information package last week that contained just some high-level information regarding the AGM. The AGM this year is going to be held in Kelowna. Our rules state that every fourth year, essentially, it moves outside the Lower Mainland on a rotational basis. So after 3 years at Lower Mainland, this year we are at the Cove Lakeside Resort in West Kelowna. The dates are April 26th and April 27th. It's very important that we get as much representation at those meetings as possible. So we ask that as athletic directors, you block those days off and you take a look at the package. We will be booking all the hotel rooms through our arrangement with the resort. So once you know that you're coming, please take a look at the package. Email us at info@bcschoolsports.ca and we can work with you to confirm your room booking. Again, April 26th, 27th up in the Okanagan, and we hope that you will make the journey up there with us to spend a couple days with us. Last two things. Instagram, we've broken 1,000 followers in a very short period of time. We know a lot of student athletes are actively following us, and we're trying to provide quality content for them. We actually have a contest out right now where we're offering a pair of Beats by Dre headphones, and so there's a photo contest. So if you direct your student athletes to take a look at our Instagram feed, there's some information there on what they need to do to qualify to be entered into that draw. The deadline is next Friday, the final day before Christmas, December 21st. So get those submissions in. We'll be drawing a winner at the end of the day on the 21st. Lastly, on behalf of the Board of Directors and the staff here at BC School Sports, we just want to wish everyone out there a very happy holidays and the very best for the Christmas season. We hope that it is a safe and enjoyable break, and we look forward to seeing you all in January for the start of the new calendar year. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.